Welcome to the podcast, Stop Crying Poser, greatest podcast known to man, as voted by, who do we think? Kamaru Usman, Chimaev, a ton of people named Muhammad. Those guys all think that this is a great podcast. Shout out to everyone who chose to tune in live today. Late Bloomer, Day, W-Stems, iBook Boy, Day, Fat, Ralph, Leap Fool, Late Bloomer, Love My Toe, Infamy 14. Today is Friday. We do this podcast every single Friday right around 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. It is currently 3:56, so only 26 minutes late today, which is fine. I woke up early, like 8 a.m., to let the dog go outside so he could do a little pee-pee. He said, "Steve, I gotta do a little pee-pee." I said, "Okay, Coop." I go open the door. I try and go back to sleep. I can't fall back asleep. So I eat a bunch of squash. I've been trying to eat healthy, so I'm like, man, I've been eating so much junk food last week. What should I eat for breakfast? Oh, that squash omelet. Okay, fine. I ate the omelet. Try and go back to sleep. Can't sleep. Eventually, I go back to sleep at like 1 p.m. I get up and try and do this podcast, and I'm more tired now than I would have been even earlier. It has not been a very eventful week. If you guys saw my video that came out today, I skated this week, but my back has not been in good shape for 2 weeks now, and I think it is because of eating unhealthy. Eating bad and drinking too much causes more inflammation, and the inflammation is worse on I don't know, on my discs or something. And I've just not been 100% me this week, but I did get to take the dog out to the dog park. That was fun. I got to do a little Smith 180. I wanted to try to do a Smith to back 180 if you guys saw today's video, but I did not get a chance to try that because apparently people go to the skate park just to lay on the ground and play hide and seek. I've dealt with this for half of my life now. Like all of my skateboarding life, 23 straight years of whenever you're filming something and you want to do something, like nothing, the universe will always get in your way. And in this context, I'm like, oh, I go to skateboard on this spot. A little fucking child lays down right where I'm trying to skate. I could say, hey, can you please move? I'm trying to skateboard at the skate park. Perhaps you can go over to the hide and go seek park over there. Oh, wait, there is no hide and go seek park? Just go to the fucking regular park over there where everyone else is playing hide and seek. And then the people here in the skate park who are trying to be skating can do their thing. I could say that, but I don't want to ruin anyone's day. In fact, I already landed my Smith grind 180. So why bother messing up someone else's day, criticizing them for using the skate park for whatever they want to use it for. I will draw the line here, though. I remember over the years there'd be people that get their little RC cars and they bring these gas-powered like RC cars to the skate park, and they're extremely loud and they're extremely volatile and they fly around and they flip around and they get in skateboarders' ways and they make a lot of noise and they crash, and it's just some weird skinny guy with a fucking Affliction t-shirt always driving these dumb little mini go-karts, and I just wish they would all fucking die. Those are the people that I'd walk up to and be like, hey, there's a whole desert over there with a bunch of sweet ramps. Just take your piece of shit dirt bike, little whatever the fuck RC car, and go over into the desert where there's no one trying to perfect their craft. And then you run risk of being like, well, it's not your skate park. Why you can't just decide who hangs out at the skate park. And it's like, well, I mean, I can't, but I also can't decide if I'm going to smash your fucking RC car or not. I may break your shit into 1,000 pieces, or we could both have a good time and you could take your RC car over there and I'll take my skateboard over here. You can be in the desert where the RC cars go, and I can be in the skate park where the skateboarders go. It's like, remember those little toys, right? The toys that have like circles and squares and triangles and stars, and you have to look at it and it comes with a little hammer and you're like, which shape goes in which hole? I don't know. Okay, well, I'll let you know. The square shape goes in the square hole. The circle shape goes in the circle hole. The star shape goes in the star hole. And your dumbass fucking RC car does not go in the skate park. It's for skateboarding. Okay, do we understand now? Okay, good. I wanted to break it down, make it nice and easy. What else has been going on this week? Oh, on Wednesday, I started my Twitch stream, and then someone in the chat room said, "Hey, I'm in Las Vegas." I said, "I think you're lying." They said, "No, I'm in Las Vegas. Want to hang out?" I said, "If you're really in Las Vegas right now, I will completely turn off the stream and go to the bar right now." Because I didn't feel like streaming that day anyways, right? And turns out I did. I turned off the whole fucking stream on Wednesday, went to the bar, that dude was there. We met Toronto Toad. He was a cool guy. It's the second Twitch streamer now that I've met at a bar that doesn't drink, so that was fun. You know, it's never awkward either. I always say the amount of people that I've met off Twitch, it's kind of insane at this point now that I have not met one weirdo yet. And that's good news. I don't want to be meeting like extreme weirdos. I've met more extreme, like 10 out of 10 extreme weirdos off like dating apps than I have off Twitch, which I would say is mind-blowing. Because if you see what happens here on Twitch, it's way weirder. People on here are weird, people that chat are weird. Some people can't spell, but you know they're in their fucking 30s, and you're just like, well, what are all these people doing here? And you meet them in real life, they're normal people, so it's exciting. What else been going on this week? TwitchCon is happening. I have a friend who builds the stages for these conventions, and he's like, hey, I can get a free ticket. He says, I can get a free ticket to TwitchCon, and I say, BitchCon. No. I say, I don't want a free ticket. I don't want to go. And he's like, don't you do Twitch all the time? And I'm like, yeah, I do Twitch 4 days a week. Sometimes 5 days a week I'm on there. And he's like, well, there's a whole convention about it. And I'm like, yeah, I'm aware that there's a convention about it. Go listen, you go to it and you'll know why I didn't want to go. Go check out how it is. And then you'll immediately know why I didn't want to go. So I had access. I didn't go. I can't wait. I don't know if this is a thing like on Twitter or like Reddit or something, but I hope that there's like a TwitchCon hashtag of just people that have like bright green hair and are also obese. They're also yelling about how they deserve to be in the front of the line. It's going to be a bunch of people crying about whatever, a bunch of narcissistic people who stink and don't shower. I really just, I can't wait to figure out if that does become a hashtag, like TwitchCon fat or TwitchCon stinky or TwitchCon I just left my basement or TwitchCon nerd or TwitchCon butt crack. Everyone's butt crack is probably hanging out, and I'm excited for that. But as far as the actual convention, I don't care. I don't even know what to do in there besides become a porn star and break my spine trying to jump into a foam pit. Imagine anything in life being easier than jumping into a foam pit without breaking your spine. It's got to be like really low on the list of things that could happen while jumping into a foam pit, but you have to be really bad at everything that you do to injure yourself jumping into a foam pit, and every single person at Twitch is incapable of simple tasks like that. So I'm excited for the weekend. I do have some friends coming from all over the country coming into town for TwitchCon that I'm excited to maybe go eat food with them. That's what I'm hyped about. Okay, I don't know if you guys remember, this is real too. My New Year's resolution last year was to go out to eat with my friends more often. And I think I've been doing a pretty good job of that this year. Also balancing that between trying not to get fat. So I've been trying to go out to eat, with my friends more often. I don't know why. It's just good for the soul, right? And that's what I want to do with these guys. I'm excited. I think we have like loose plans to maybe go to Herbs and Rye, which is it's like an affordable, like upscale, like not upscale, like upbeat hipster steakhouse, but also like affordable. I'm excited to do that. I noticed Late Bloomer is defending the porn star right now, saying the real foam pits are 5 feet deep, but that one was 1.5 feet. Also, Late Bloomer, I want to remind you that these Twitch geniuses had to walk through the foam pit with their feet and their feet could feel the ground beneath them. So as they're walking, what they're thinking is, I can feel hard ground right below these foam squares. If I were to jump into this, sure would be a shame if I went spine first, because since I currently know that there's not that much foam, might be a bad idea. Probably. But that's why they chose to stream on Twitch instead of Kick. Kick is for the smart people. Twitch is for the spine breakers. Moving on. I bought mayonnaise. Yep. First time in my entire adult life, I bought mayonnaise. This may not seem like much of a feat for you guys. I know a few weeks ago we went over Mayonnaise Gate, the giant the giant conspiracy about me and mayonnaise. I never had mayonnaise my whole life, but I thought I hated mayonnaise because all I drank, yuck. All I had eaten was Miracle Whip, which is not technically mayonnaise. I bought mayonnaise. I got this shit called Duke's. I bought the Duke's mayonnaise. You may be thinking, oh, what are you doing with it? You making sandwiches a lot? Yes, but not in the way you would think. Okay, I finally found the Duke's. Reddit told me Duke's was the best. I finally bought it. I had to go to a whole different grocery store. I buy it, and I bought bread, wheat, soft wheat bread. Very expensive, Joe Biden. So I put the fucking mayonnaise on one side of the bread, and then I put that side down onto onto my pan. So the mayonnaise gets hot and turns like golden brown. You don't even see mayonnaise by the time it's done. You just get this nice golden brown crust. Then I got these thin slices of turkey. They're thick for a thin slice, right? They're like a half of a centimeter thick slices of turkey. Get the turkey nice and hot on the other side of the pan, and then I get this big block of sharp cheddar cheese. I put the cheese down, boom. It's on the cold side of the bread, so it doesn't quite melt yet, but then guess what? Then comes the turkey. The turkey's ripping hot. It goes on top of the cheese, boom. Add a little bit of hot sauce, and then I got cheese and turkey. Maybe I grab another sauce if I wanted to. Boom, put it all together, and then it melts, and I get a grilled cheese with turkey. And I'm sure a lot of you guys have access to this food. You know, you guys have been eating mayonnaise your whole life. You guys have been eating grilled cheeses your whole life. You guys just buy bread and just have it all the time. Not me. I had to look up, where does the bread go? Does it go in the fridge? Does it go room temperature? Does it go in the freezer? It can. Believe you me, it can. I read that some people be putting it in the freezer for some reason. So I'm experiencing these nice grilled cheeses with mayonnaise, and boy, they're good, man. Yeah. Tell us something we don't know. I know you guys already know this, but like when something new gets exposed to me, right? And it's been happening a lot for Twitch when it comes to food, right? I discovered fresh garlic this year. Fresh garlic is so much better than the garlic that comes in the jar. I didn't know that until I tried it, and I was told that. And there's other things too. There's a bunch of other stuff. What was an example of something else that I didn't understand? Mayonnaise was one. Actually, most of it, love my toes behind most of it. Spicy garlic noodles, boom, just like an easy dish that's made from nothing, just 4 ingredients, boom, it's already created. Now I'm suddenly buying bread. I buy vegan fucking chicken nuggets late at night. And there's a bunch of things on it. Caesar dressing I would have never discovered. Oh shit, buying lettuce in a circle. I would have never bought lettuce in a circular form. I used to buy it in like a bag or in like a little plastic container. No, now I buy it as an entire circle. Green onions. You can grow your own green onions. I learn a lot off Twitch, man. I learn a lot off Twitch. I also I learned something about myself last weekend that maybe you guys didn't know. There's a like celebrity fighter now, I guess. Is it fair to say celebrity fighter named DILLON DANNIS? And I discovered now that at any point in my life, I could beat the fuck out of that guy. And he's won a professional fight, and I think Bellator. I think he's won a professional fight, and it's really like humbling to know that I could beat the fuck out of a pro fighter. Because some of them, I guess they just get old and they just decide one day that they can't fight for real anymore. So I've discovered now that I am capable of beating the fuck out of DILLON DANNIS. And DILLON DANNIS was Conor McGregor's jiu-jitsu coach, like grappling coach. So now I could probably also beat the fuck out of Conor McGregor, and it's a whole newfound confidence that I have going forward. It's exciting. You know, look at this. If I can beat those two bitches, I can beat up anybody in the world. So I'm gonna live this weekend like on cloud 9, knowing that I'm just the strongest man alive, and that Dillon Dannis is the biggest pussy alive. So that's exciting. Also zucchini. I discovered zucchini and squash. I discovered they're the same thing. I was at the grocery store the other day. This guy's like, he's on the phone with, I assume, his wife or something. He's like, well, I don't have any zucchini. And in my mind, I was like, well, you could just get squash. They taste exactly the same to me. I didn't say that out loud, but maybe he doesn't know. Maybe he doesn't know. In fact, the other day I found some squash. I was trying to type it into the item lookup, like, oh, squash. I couldn't find it. Motherfucker, I just typed in zucchini. It's the same goddamn thing, and I would have never known that had it not been for Twitch. Shit, that's all of our topics, guys. 16 minutes. Let me tell you guys what I've been watching on Netflix. I typed in on my notes that I watched a movie called The Happening. And then when I looked up The Happening, it turns out that's a movie that I have not ever watched. So either my phone auto-corrected to say the word The Happening. Like, I have no idea what show I watched to talk to you guys about. And I think it's because I'd be drinking a 211 and smoking the W before I watch these movies. It makes the movies 5 times better. Okay, I will tell you guys this. It makes the movies 5 times better, but it makes me 5 times more likely to forget everything that happened. So, what have I been watching? The live action One Piece. One Piece is about this guy who wants to become king of the pirates, and then he has like magical powers. And it's kind of like Jack Sparrow kind of thing. I'm sailing across the sea, finding pirate shit to do, except turns out he's actually like a nice pirate. He's a pirate that wants to help people, and you're like, oh, I thought pirates kill and rape, and he's like, oh, that's what you think. And the whole series is about that, and it's really colorful, and it's kind of like corny, and I really loved it. If you like Stranger Things, I think you should definitely check out the live action One Piece. I'm sure there's someone in the chat room who's like, well, that's also an anime. You'd probably like the anime too. You should watch anime. No, not here. We're not watching no anime, okay? We don't have time. I tried watching anime, right? I watched one where these little black balls of fuzz were like loading a fire, and then there was a big scary face who kept eating everyone, and he was in like the bathhouse. I watched that, I was like, okay, this is anime? Okay, this is kind of okay. But I got over it really quickly. The live action One Piece, much better than drawing a bunch of bullshit. Now, before I talk to you guys about the other show that I've been watching, I want to give you guys a chance to win a free Ninja Lifestyle sticker pack. If you can answer this trivia question correctly, you will get a Ninja Lifestyle sticker pack sent directly to your house. First one to answer is the winner. Now, what do you call a penguin in a blender? No, what do you call... What do you call a fully sexually mature adult male duck? What do you call a mature adult male duck? You call him Master, and you call him every Friday to get his dick sucked. What is the name of a fully mature adult male duck? Wild or domestic? Males need not have attracted a mate or sired ducklings to be called this name. The term refers exclusively to males, while the term duck can refer to either gender. iBookBoy says a Drake. Infamy says a Bill. Cool Ranch Dorito says a Mallard. Do we have anyone else? I don't see anyone else in the chat. The correct answer is Drake. iBookBoy is the winner, but he lives in the goddamn UK. So you guys can hash that out amongst each other. iBookBoy can choose a winner from the chat room. Don't choose Day Day. He's won like 4 times in the bet. He's won like 4 of the last 6 trivias. So don't pick Day Day. Pick someone else, and then you guys can get a free Ninja Lifestyle sticker pack. We do sticker pack giveaways every single Friday here. There's no other podcast in the history of podcasts ever that gives away. There's no one out there that gives away Ninja Lifestyle sticker packs every single podcast except here. So feel free to tell a friend about the most charitable podcast in the world. Man, I must just be disgusting to listen to sometimes. The other thing, oh, one more thing. I bought something on Amazon. I don't know if anyone of you guys would care, but it's hockey season. And they changed the channel to where you watch hockey. You used to have cable TV to watch hockey. I got rid of my cable TV. All I have is Fire Stick. Fire Stick, I can't watch hockey. They changed the hockey channel to a local channel. So I found out that all I need to watch hockey now locally is an antenna. So I was talking to my friend. He's like, yeah, you could probably find a cheap antenna for 20 bucks. And I was like, 20 bucks? I'll just watch it on stream. I can watch it on one of these illegal streaming websites. The only problem is that my stream is like a minute behind. So if I have the score up on one page, if the score is on one page and the game is on the other page, the score will go faster than the game. So then it kind of ruins it for me. Well, for $10 on Amazon, I bought an antenna that looks like a mouse pad. You remember what antennas used to look like, right? They used to look like two pieces of metal going different directions, and then you would randomly, like, you'd attach tinfoil to it, and no one knows if that even did anything, but everyone attached tinfoil to their fucking TVs all the time. Why? I don't know. But I got this. It looks like a mouse pad. It's a flat piece of paper, and I just thumbtacked it. I used a thumbtack. I use a fucking little needle to put it in the wall, and it doesn't look good. Okay, I will tell you this. My living room wall doesn't look good. It looks like I tacked a mouse pad to the wall, but god damn it, I got 56 channels now. 56 channels for free, and the channel that has hockey is clear as day. And it's been on that channel all day long. In the morning, they show the news. There's a certain, like, it's like a memory for me, a nostalgia, but also like a certain like passing of the torch for me to be waking up early in the morning, like scratching my eyes, and I can just hear my TV in the living room on, and it's just like telling me the weather and the news and what's going on today and special events happening and this law is changing and this politician did this and they finally caught this guy with a DUI, and I hear all these headlines, and it's nice. I feel like it makes me feel old, but in a good way. It makes me feel like I might hear something in the news right now that could benefit me in some way throughout the day. Like, oh, did you know on Saturday it might rain? Like, just little things like that are just, I hear them and then I can remember them later. And here's the best part. When I got the Fire Stick, I had it on 24/7. I like to have my TV on for background noise all day long. So I did that, and then my internet service provider said I went over on my bandwidth, and they were going to try and charge me a fucking fee because I went over on my bandwidth, and that's bullshit. So now that I have this antenna for only $10, remember, only $10, I can now watch 56 channels. Some of them barely work at all. Unfortunately, I don't have any blurry porn channels, so darn it, next time maybe. But I have all these different channels. I got this one where it's like Storage Wars. I got Storage Wars 24/7. And the thing is, I can watch these shows all day long and watch hockey and not pay. It doesn't cost me any bandwidth. It's all free, right? It's one time. Listen, if I wanted to buy streaming hockey, it would cost me $70 per season. $70 per season. So that's per year. Now, assuming that this mouse pad antenna doesn't break in the next 2 years or 3 years, I'm getting 3 years of hockey for $10. So if anyone out there has a TV and wants to watch, like if you live in a city, it's mostly for people who live in a city. It has a 35-mile range, right? If you live in a city, go on there. The brand is called Anten, Antan. Go buy it. And this is not sponsored by it or anything. I bought it. It looked flimsy. It looked stupid. I plugged it in. It worked immediately. And guess what? They had other ones on there, 20 bucks, 30 bucks, 40 bucks. I don't mind being the martyr of trying cheap shit all the time. I buy cheap trash all the time, and sometimes I get ripped off. But because it's from Amazon, when I get ripped off, I can just return it. So there's no drawback for me to always cheap out on everything. When it comes to other things, like, you know, I wouldn't cheap out on like car tires, right? But I will cheap out on something that costs $10 from Amazon. Whatever. If you guys want satellite TV, check it out. Final ideas. I've been watching this show, this series on Netflix called Sandman. It's the Sandman. And it is weird as fuck. Apparently, it's like, you know how there's like the god, like god of thunder. There's the god of the ocean. There's the god of love or something. Well, in this show, there's gods of everything, right? And then there's this one guy, he's the god of like dreams. And then someone kidnapped the god of dreams. And now the god of dreams has to go and find his magical items so that he can make people dream again. And the people on Earth are falling asleep and they never wake up because they're caught in the middle of a dream. And this guy goes on this magical quest throughout the world, killing people and fighting people and doing magic tricks and shit to get back his magical items so that he can dream some more, I guess. And it's really dramatic. It reminds me of that vampire show that like teenagers used to love, like where all those pale people, and they could teleport, and chicks used to love this show. What the fuck was that dumb, wait, did I say, is it vampires or werewolves? I think it's vampires. It reminds me of that show. I don't remember what that show is called. It reminds me of that because everything is like overly dramatic, and it's a Twilight. Thank you. It reminds me of Twilight. So if you were a casual Twilight fan, or you're a fan of like Sweet Tooth, or maybe even like Stranger Things, I would say give Sandman a chance. If you don't like it after 2 episodes, then you won't like it. Listen, I know a couple of you guys are kind of into this. There is one guy in there who's very skinny and naked for half of the show. So if you like skinny, naked dudes, and I know a couple of you guys do, definitely check out on Netflix the series called Sandman. Anyways, that's it. We got this podcast to go 27 minutes. I'm as surprised as you guys. We have no content. I need to, when I'm taking my notes, here's what I need to do. I need to be more specific because I don't know what the happening fucking means. And it's been like I write these things down on Twitter, and then I write them down also on the Discord. But you would think just writing the title of a show would be something I would remember. Whatever. I'm just stupid. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. Can I get a hell yeah for everybody who made it this far? Oh, hell yeah. I appreciate everybody for tuning in every single Friday right here on twitch.tv/Ninja Lifestyle. We do this podcast right around 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. I'm very hungry. I can't wait to eat. But before I eat, I have to go outside and work out. And before I do that, I have to play a little bit of video games with you guys because one of my friends in this chat room, Leapful, released his brand new Super Mario World hack. And as most of you know, I love playing Mario World here on Twitch. Shout out to Support the Farts, iBook Boy, Day Day, Pack Runner, Infamy, Love My Toe. If you missed the podcast, don't worry. The repeat, the rerun comes out on Sundays on iTunes, on Podbean, on YouTube. So you can always check that out later. What else do I have to tell you guys? Nothing. I just hope everyone has a great weekend. If you're at TwitchCon, try not to stink on anybody. And I guess I'll just see you guys. I upload, 4 videos a week on YouTube, so you guys can always catch me there or here on Twitch. As I always say, have a great weekend. Don't drink too much and don't drink too little. Dillon Dannis is a bitch, and I know I can beat his ass. 100%. Fight me. Fight me on pay-per-view.